I used to be the sign guy, so I used to change the sign holidays every year. And then all of a sudden, the former rabbi left, and the next year they gave me the name of some rabbi to put up there. And I put his name up there. The year after that, they gave me another rabbi to put up there. The year after that, I gave me another rabbi to put up there. I said, when are they going to finally get a rabbi? Then they gave me this guy, Rivka Brikman. I said, another one of these guys, you know, how long is he going to stay here? And it looks like it's been 25 years.
Rabbi Brikman was the first man, the first rabbi that I've been interacting with.
I met Rabbi and Rivka Brikman when they moved into Seagate, when Levi was about 4 months old.
My first encounter was with Rabbi's wife, Rivka, and she was coming to my home almost every day trying to get me involved. And I kept saying that it was not for me. And then we went for challah making when my daughter was 2 years old, and from then on, I never looked back. We try to come to everything.
I used to go to the shul as a kid, but it wasn't always a nice experience because they used to make us be quiet. Yeah, they made it rough for us. And as soon as the rabbi took over, everything was very friendly. They invited us into the house. They didn't make us feel uncomfortable. You know, they liked our kids. They didn't care if they were kids.
My feelings towards the Brikmans are as if they are part of my family. We've been through a lot together.
The rabbi always makes us feel welcomed. He's very enthusiastic. He always invites us for every holiday.
I don't know what brought them to this part of the end of the world, but we were very lucky.
I didn't feel comfortable going to shul because I thought that people would not accept me. Like, I'm not religious, I'm not eating kosher, I don't keep Shabbos, why would I go? And I was very afraid of that. One day it was Yom Kippur actually, and I went, and the way I was treated, I felt so welcome. And from that very first time, I felt that I belonged there, and I wanted to keep coming.
The warmth that the Brikmans have brought to the community, and it just makes everybody feel like family, not just members of a congregation, but more like a family.
He gives an opportunity to everyone to participate, not to be left behind or not to be left alone.
They include everyone. And it's basically the only social activity that we have in Seagate, and we appreciate it.
I myself would not be comfortable in the shul if I didn't know what's going on. So we thought of a way, how can we bring them in for a service and a Shabbos feeling?
Whether you're coming to synagogue every day or once a month, Chaim is my rabbi, and my wife's rabbi, and Rivka is our rebbetzin.
Rabbi's wife is like a spark. You know, you don't see women like that. You know, she's on top of everything. She brings the place to life.
Rebbetzin Rivka possesses the quality to feel for you as you feel for yourself.
My husband and I, Rabbi Brikman, decided we're going to devote ourselves to a community that needed a Chabad emissary. And luckily, we found Seagate. We wrote into the Rebbe, and we got a bracha to come here on Shluchim to Seagate. We were young when we came here, and I feel like we grew with the community. Their happiness, their simcha is our simcha. Their difficulties in life are our difficulties in life, and I feel like it's mutual the other way around as well.
Ariel and Axel go to Hebrew school every Sunday, and they look forward to it each Sunday. And they're learning how to read in Hebrew, and it's a great experience for them.
Because of Rabbi and Rivka, they made both of my kids much more religious, which I'm very grateful for.
We made it our goal to give the joy and the beauty and the knowledge of Judaism from a young age for every Jewish child of this community.
When I was growing up and I was in Hebrew school, before my bar mitzvah, the rabbi was very, very aloof and very silent and very removed, and there was like a disconnect. He didn't want to have anything to do with the kids in Hebrew school. He didn't know who my parents were. And when I met the rabbi and Rivka, it was just the opposite. They were so interested and they got to know us. And to have a rabbi that's part of your family, that you consider a friend, was, to me, was like the best.
Seagate is unique. It's quiet, it's more peaceful. I was hoping that it would be an opportunity and a possibility to come here and to help my parents, and I'm happy that it happened that way.
I met Rachel Chana about 2.5 years ago. We got married in Crown Heights. About a year ago, my in-laws, Rabbi and Mrs. Brikman, offered us to come here to Seagate to help the Shluchos.
I gave birth to a baby girl, and it was just incredible. She's everything. She keeps us going. She really is the one that puts a smile on our face.
After Pesach in the summer, we took a step forward and started making plans to move here. We already had the movers booked for Rosh Chodesh Sivan, right before Shavuos, and started packing a bit. And then we took our daughter Gita to a routine doctor's checkup, which happens to be Dr. Teitelbaum, also my doctor. And he was checking Gita. My wife told the doctor that my husband has been sweating a lot by night. He starts feeling me and starts feeling my neck, and he's like, "Oh, so how long do you have this lump here on your neck?" I said, "I never knew I had a lump." And as soon as he said that, I saw my wife's face, and she had a very scary look on her face.
In a sense, it brought back memories like, could it be that I would go through this again? I know what cancer is, I know chemo, I know from my father, and I just didn't want him to also have to go through that. I guess I was very, very scared.
When Chani called me up and told me, and I heard in her voice that it's really serious, all the emotions of 23 years ago started coming back. When Chani was born, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. And it was a very difficult time, as you can imagine. Chani was just a couple of days old when he went in for brain surgery. Chani's wedding was so emotional. It was really emotional to walk her down together to the chuppah with my husband, who was, thank God, healthy now. She gave birth to a child, and her husband was diagnosed with cancer. It was extremely emotional.
Anyone listening to their children having any sort of pain, it touches the core of someone's soul. When Heshy and Chani agreed to join us here to assist us in doing what we dedicated our lives to do, and rather than going into a business, rather than living comfortably for themselves financially, they agreed to dedicate their life to helping other Jews. This was the greatest joy in our life. To hear that news on the day that they were supposed to announce that they're coming to the community was like a thunder in the middle of a sunny day.
It wasn't easy to watch him just sleep for 18 hours from when we came home from the hospital, and I was just at night by myself and during the day by myself with her, and I was like, you're not supposed to be sleeping now, I need help. Like, I myself felt like I was just getting my strength back. What's going on? And just the physical changes itself was definitely a very, very hard on me emotionally. I had a very hard time with just like seeing the hair fall out. In a sense, I was like, what is this? What's going on?
It wasn't a time that we went to the hospital that one of them or both of them didn't come with us. Rabbi and Mrs. Brikman are very busy people. Rabbi is not just the Rabbi in Seagate, there are people from all over the world calling him for their issues. And they took off from work, they brought their office to the hospital, they sat there for hours with us.
I didn't feel like we should keep this a secret. I felt like as much as we can get from other people, as many mitzvahs, good deeds that could be done, would help.
If we can use this out to inspire people to come closer to Hashem, do more mitzvahs, then by all means. It was Lag Bomer. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Brikman, got up. She said L'chaim before.
I took the mic and I said to them, you were there for me many years ago when your rabbi, when my husband was diagnosed with cancer. I ask you for a big favor now, something that I never expected to ask you. Our own son-in-law was just diagnosed today with cancer. My daughter is going to be going through exactly what I went through. I turn to you and I say, let's do this together, because it's with your mitzvahs and with your good deeds that's going to get me and the family through this.
We're such a family. I get emotional now, and we're so happy that she's doing so well, and everybody, you know, our community is just full of love, and everybody loves to come together and help each other.
He did, throughout the whole chemotherapy, he did come here to study with us the holidays, all the traditions, and everything he could have made possible, he did.
Heshy had a site called Good Deeds for Heshy, and after every time we learned about the Jewish history, I would record it on the website.
I read the entire Tehillim for Heshy, and we were doing tefillin every day for Heshy and many other things.
We had only one mezuzah on the front door, and we kept thinking that we need more, but like we kept thinking we'll do it tomorrow, and then it was a perfect time to actually put mezuzahs in the entire house.
You always hear like, oh, do a mitzvah for this person, do a mitzvah for that person. It really helps, it helps, it helps. And you don't really realize how much it actually helps, but I know firsthand that it actually can make a person physically feel better.
Hashem does not give us a test that He knows that we can't handle. Nevertheless, we believed that we are going to come out of this with a firm and absolute belief.
I ask Hashem, I ask God not to give us challenges in health again, but I do have to say that if you're going to go through it, let it be with the love that we received.
We appreciate the idea that Lubavitch focuses on really love of the Jewish people.
I wish Brikmans everything that I'm wishing to my own family.
I would like to wish them for their 25th anniversary here in Seagate as many grandchildren as their children are able to give them.
I hope they will stay here for 125 more years.
I wish them a lifetime of happiness and a lifetime of being with them here in Seagate and just being able to share in their mitzvahs. I know their son is engaged.
I would like to wish to Rabbi and Rivka and Hani and Heshy to stay in Seagate. This is most important. And to keep doing what they are doing.
My big wishes for the rabbi and his wife for the next 25 years will be like the last 25 years. I plan on staying in Seagate, and the nice thing is that every year more and more people are joining the shul and the Chabad, and they just accept them as a family, and the Seagate family and their personal family are getting bigger.
I wish them all the best. They should stay another 25 years. We don't need no more rabbis here. We got a good one. Let's keep him.
Let Rivka